My house is no longer a home, no matter how many tears are soaked into sheets and memories are stained into walls that still echo from the screams, shadowed by couches covered in furs with summer boys and splattered with regret from all the times I couldn't say no, or when fingers closed around my throat and held me up, with love dripping from the arches of my feet and through the carpet, the rafters, the plumbing. The pipes always clang, and we can say it's air in the lines, but maybe it's all that love that leaked out, fighting against plywood and foam and trying to find its way back to a place that filled in with gravel a long time ago. This house is no longer the way that the light shines through it in the summer, turning the walls a shade of blue that only I could fall for. It is not the footprints I left from dancing, making myself dizzy and drunk while I was alone and had the volume on max. It is not the crocuses that used to peek through tree roots every April, or favorite dresses put into storage, or the way you can always see rainbows from the corner of the porch. I came to realize that sometimes a person becomes like a home when I feel safer with them than I do in my own bed, and I make playlists in the dark out of their voice until I have memorized every song and they're all the same. Like the wind in the trees that used to live in my backyard, and the warmth that spreads across your skin when you step out of the shade and into the sun, and the stars when you see them, really see them for the first time. And you know that it's happened when you want to spill your secrets to them like milk, and fuck not crying over it because you have to cry over it so you can finally feel like it's all out of you, and so they can understand that all you need is to feel okay again, and they make that just a little bit easier, just enough easier that you never want to leave. And you want to show them your stars and tell them why you love the Pleiades most, even though you used to get them confused with Delphinus, and why sunrises are 1,000 times better because they're soft and slow and so much more like falling in love, and sunsets are too bloody to be anything but heartbreak. My house is no longer a home because these walls have seen too much. This is just the place where I lost all of my trust for the one person who was never supposed to hurt me that way. The place where I learned that love and hate walk hand in hand on a line so fine you can't even see it. Sometimes I imagine that the pipes have burst and I'm standing in water up to my ankles, knees, hips, waist, neck, and it's up over my nose now. And all I have to do is reach for the door and let all the bad flow out, but if I do, I'll be carried out with it and I could never come back. So while I choke and cling to my last breath, I daydream that I'll grab my stars and my suitcase and take up refuge in someone else. Because I turn people into houses when I go home and only feel lost.